to my kitchen. I'm just going to be ironing on the paint so that if it does need to go in the wash, it will stay on, well, it should stay on the fabric. So all I've got is obviously this. Got my iron. I have no clue what level it's on. Could do it being a bit hotter, but never mind. And I've just got some paper. And all I'm going to do is put the paper on the top. It's just to protect the iron. And obviously you have an ironing board cover on, so that's not too much of an issue. So then I've done that all over it. I'm just going to do it on the back too. But when I'm doing it on the back, I'm going to. And there you go. So now you're ready to do some sewing.
Well, hello again, and welcome back. Where is my tea? Hi again, sorry about that. Small panic. I thought I'd lost my tea, but I found it, and it's delicious. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing now is assembling the dice bag. I know this has taken ever. So what you want to do is turn it inside out and line up these two and then pin that together. So because I want to give it some extra stability, just because I don't know how much crap is going to end up in here, I'm going to do a double thread. I've got quite a big needle too. It's big. That's what she said. I'm also gonna knot it at the end. I wouldn't normally, because that's not really how you're meant to do it, but I just wanna make sure nothing comes undone. Okay, now I'm gonna use back stitch. You need to remember, this is the bit that we thread the ribbon. So obviously you want this end to be the top end. So we're just going to go for 2 inches, because it's an American tutorial, from the top, and I'm going to mark that with a brown pen, only on the edge though, so you don't want to be able to see it. And then from the 2-inch point, 1/2 inch. Right? Yeah. So I'll show you. So just like, can you see it? Yeah, just like that. And you're going to sew up to this point, like on that bit, and leave this bit empty and then sew up the rest. I just pulled out a pin with my finger. That was not pleasant. Okay, so we can get sewing. So at the end, whether you've got a knot or not, I like to do several stitches over the top of each other. So like, you can see this like that, and then just do it. I tend to do it 3 times before moving on, just so it doesn't come undone. Okay, so now you've done that, so you got your little hole, and obviously if you turn it the right way around, you shouldn't be able to see any holes. Should all be fine, yeah. And obviously where you've done this, so now it's like this little tube, and you can also see that despite the fact that we left that line, it's now gone, and that actually works really well. I lined that up well. That's how you do it. It's professional. You've done that. You need the black thing. Okay, so this is what I find most difficult, is obviously you want the proper black bit inside, so you want the crappy bit showing up. And you just need to pin it up all the way around. I hate doing this. I think it's the hardest thing to do, but schleif. Like this, then you're going to sew it up again, just like you did before. So. Okay, so once you've done that, it looks like this, and obviously if you turn it that way out, yes you can see some of the white stitching, because I only had white, but I mean, look at that, that looks pretty cool, right? Okay, so you want to turn back and stuff. Now you want to do the exact same with the copy that you made, but obviously it's not going to be painted. And you also don't, you just want to sew this all the way up the seam, you don't want to leave the gap at all. Once you have that, like this one that I made earlier, you're going to attach these. But first, you need to get yourself a new cup of tea because you finished the last one. Also, when you attach these, you should make sure to line up the seams. Fresh tea has been acquired. So now we can carry on. Now you're just going to sew these together like you would normally. Right, okay, so just before you get to the end, stop and leave a gap. Mine's about an inch. I could have probably done doing more. And what you need to do now is read it through. So now you have it the right way. And all you're doing now is, this is the lining, I say, and just push it in like this. So this is in essence what you have. And I think it's quite cool. Okay, so now you've done this, what you obviously want to do next is properly sew this bit up. If you just grab it, pinch it like this, you can put in a thing if you want, but you don't need to. I'm not gonna double stitch this bit. They start, so my stitches, they end like here, but I'm gonna start a bit further up, just to give it the nice. So there we go. This is the beginning of the dice bag. Beginning, almost the end. So this is where the hole that you did comes into play. Now, if you're hand stitching, I recommend you kind of draw yourself a guide. So I'm just drawing from where I did this stitchy hole that I left. I'm just drawing myself a guide because otherwise I am not going to be able to get a straight line, and because I'm using white thread it is going to show through. So I've got a rough little like guidey bit. I'm gonna start just like there. So it's just before the seam, and I'm going to go over the seam so it gives it a bit extra support. And I'm going through from the inside so that the tail bit's on the inside. Also only doing this in a single stitch, a bit less obvious. You should have something like that. You don't usually draw lines. Mine aren't quite straight, but never mind. So then you want to get your rope or ribbon or string or whatever you're using, and get. I've got a huge safety pin because bigger is better. I just want to put it in the end, and then at the seam where you've got the hole, all what you're gonna do is put that through. Ish, if it will go through, yeah. And then you just want to feed it along. This might take a while. And then just pull it through. Obviously not all the way through. And then you have just a little bit and just a little bit. And it just means you can pull it shut like that. And then you have your little dice bag. I think it's so cute. I love it. I did so well. As I said, this is my first time making it true, so it's always exciting. That's it for this one. We finally finished it. Obviously, this wouldn't take as long if you're not trying to hide it from someone that you live with. Who's there all the time. But yes, I hope that you have a nice day. And remember, tea make it even better. See you next time.